All right, welcome back to Dokkan When. Today is a very special day. But before we get into our very special day, Dale. No, well, I was joined by Will and Dale. I forgot to introduce them. Say hi, guys.
Yeah, what's going
Hello,
on?
I would like to say a sorry for everyone who just had their eardrums blown out by this man. I'm sorry that had to happen. I don't know why he does it.
I'm naturally loud. But anyway, Dale, we have. Okay, I think Dale's mic is just set way too loud. We were talking the other day, and he had to turn his volume up for me because for whatever weird reason, it wasn't picking me up very well.
Yeah, your fucking laptop mic
Yeah, now I'm using my headphones.
sounded like you were 10 yards away.
So maybe it won't be that bad. But anyway, okay. Before we get into our actual video, Dale, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Dokkan has these super cool units. I'm looking at one now that is Ultimate Gohan Ten.
One more time?
It's Beyond Power the Extreme, weird name, Gohan Teen. And he's
Gohan Team?
and he is referred to as a Dokkanfest unit
Yeah.
that can go into a TUR state. Can you explain Dokkanfest and TUR?
I can explain TUR very well. Have you ever wished a character could evolve like a Pokemon? Make them look cooler, make them fight stronger?
Every single day.
Yes.
Every single day?
I want to
Boy,
evolve.
do I have a thing for you.
I want to evolve.
Man, if you can figure out how to TUR, get with me. What? If you ever figure out a way to TUR in real life, get with me. I want to learn the secret.
What the hell would I do? What the hell? Okay, explain this, and I'm gonna sit here and imagine what I'd be in a TUR state.
So basically, TURing, it's like I said, the character evolves, becomes stronger. Maybe he'll get new links. Maybe he'll. No, they normally don't get new categories. But
They do.
do they really? Which one gets new categories?
So okay, this is messing up. Some units do get in this Dokkan Awakening thing. This TUR stuff do get different categories on their transformation.
It's when they transform.
Like
okay, yeah, but whatever. So to TUR something, you need to do what's called Dokkan Awakening, and Dokkan Awakening, depending on the character, it has specific medals. So we all know to get from SSR to UR. So from super rare to ultra rare, you need medals. Be they the bane of my existence, Gregory medals, or Dr. Giro, or Puar, not Puar. Who is it? What are those medals?
Bubbles.
Yeah, Bubbles. I don't know why I got Bubbles and Puar confused. They all need those medals to get to ultra rare. To get it to true ultra rare TUR, you need what is called character specific medals. So for Ultimate Gohan. Mm-hmm. For Ultimate Gohan, you need Ultimate Power Awakening medals. To get those medals, you need to go through his event. And I'm just going to warn you, doing it the super hard route, doing it Super 3 might be hard, but you'll get more bang for your buck.
Interesting.
But normally characters will need 77 of that medal, or if there's someone like, I don't know, Mayan Trunks, they're going to need 14 or 35 of 6 different medals to TUR him. And when a character TURs, he becomes stronger. He'll get new link skills and apparently new categories, which I didn't know because I don't pay attention to categories all that much unless they're final trump card.
Can all units go through this TUR Awakening?
That's the caveat. Not all units can. Dokkanfests, they're guaranteed TUR. They can go all the way to TUR. Some characters later on down their lives, like let's say, like some characters later on, instead of being sunsetted, gotten rid of, they'll get TUR'd. So instead of them used to being as far as they could go was SSR, I think original Vegito, instead of being sunsetted, got a Dokkan Awakening to TUR.
The Int one or the Tech one?
I think it was the Int one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. You're the explanation
Yeah.
there.
I'm pretty sure that's the one that did it. I don't know about. I never had the Tech one, so I don't know. But
are there some that
not every? Go ahead.
Are there some that are easier to get than others? Because you talked about Super 3 being super hard but being worth it. Are there some easier ones? Because let's say if I pull a unit that has an awakening, like I'm looking at Demigra.
Oh yeah, there are tons of easy ones, but they're normally what are known as support cards, and they're not main leaders in the deck.
And are all Dokkanfest units good? No.
I've actually
we're gonna talk about one. He kind of looks like Piccolo, except he's blue, and he moves forward through time really fast, or slows it down for him.
I thought he was purple.
I don't know. I look at him and see blue, but
anyway, good job, Dale. Since I'm our own editor now, I'm going to put it in a round of applause. Good job, Dale.
Oh, thanks.
Chase is useless, but I actually was thinking about if we joked about the TUR, me as a TUR. And I think
this is going to be like Hey Delden all over again.
Oh no, this is going to be better than Hey Delden. Because I would lead my own category.
Oh boy.
It is called
the fuckwit category.
Ungodly Loud category.
Very accurate.
All stats, attack and defense plus 180%, with HP being plus 120%. My passive, I have a lot of defense, and I build up loudness as the turns go on.
Oh, okay.
Is
loudness considered defense?
No.
So you're just the Pokemon Loudred, but a human.
Oh,
so loudness is considered my attack.
This is my offense. Yes, my offense is known as the name of my passive is going to be He Won't Shut Up.
And also very accurate.
I have a natural 200% defense with 50% attack, and then I get an additional up to 180% attack loudness as every time I do a super attack, which is just me shouting Dokkan facts. Accurate enough, guys?
Yeah. Accurate enough for me.
Will, you've known me quite a long time. You think that's pretty accurate?
It's the most accurate statement I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, and back to our thing. Yes.
They're both the same picture.
Back to our thing. We today are going to talk about Dokkanfest units, and there are a lot of them. There are 120.
A lot.
There are, if you see on my screen right now, I'm sorry for Spotify viewers, you don't get to see this, but there are 125 Dokkanfest units.
What are y'all doing on Spotify? Why not come watch the video?
Yeah, if you come over on the YouTube side, you can see that Nanogenics come check out one of our videos. So, woo. But, we are going to start today talk about units as themselves. And before we talk about anyone gripes at us for not knowing our stuff, I have spent so much time on Dokkan this week. I have figured out HP thresholds of the legendary Goku event because I've taken it on so many times. With all these units in so many different situations, I have exhausted Dokkan. Like, I've literally played it for probably 20 hours a day. And that's not even an exaggeration. But, what we're going to do, we're going to rank our units. We're going to talk about them as a whole. This is going to count EZA, because if we didn't count the EZA, like, honestly, it would literally just go power creep, and when they were first released is where they would be placed. We could have... So it doesn't matter how old the unit is, or how released there would be, take the first Dokkanfest unit compared to the newest one, it doesn't matter. That one's going to be in the lowest ranking spot, even if we have only those two. So we have to include Easy A's, because that is going to boost units to a different level where they can actually compete with other units. And I'm going to apologize in advance. If this video right here, Spotify, podcast, and YouTube video, is 2 hours long, or 2.5 hours long only, one, that's all we're doing, and hopefully that'll be the case. Or I have had to split this up because this is just such a big thing. So you can come check it out at the end of the thing if that's the case. But Will, you want to get us started?
I will. Haha, get it?
Hey,
Okay,
I'm the funny one here.
Okay, so
Sure.
the first Dokkanfest unit we're going over is Super Saiyan 3 AGL Goku. So, he got a Easy A on Global in 2018, which was much needed, to be honest. So his leader skill is AGL type key +3 and HP attack and defense +70%. Mm-hmm. His super attack causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense, and his passive is defense +70% at the start of turn and attack +120% for 7 turns from the start of the turn.
Okay.
So, what do you guys think?
Okay, I'll let Dale go first, because like I said, I've done a lot of experimenting with these, so I got a little more insight on some of them. So.
Ooh, he's got an insider extra on him.
Yes. I went and talked to Akatsuki themselves. I'd be going to get a secret sponsorship with a dealership too. But so Dale, since we'll talk about it, what do you think? First, just hearing of this unit, because I'm not 100% if you have this unit. At least Easy 8.
I don't have him Easy 8. I have him.
Okay.
Is it the AGL Super Saiyan 3?
AGL yes. Super Saiyan 3.
Yes, I have him.
Okay. Which in his original state, before he TUR'd Easy 8, he only got 100% attack for 7 turns. Which in the time was a very big thing, because he was in the time before percentages were in leader skills. So he only had 3,000 to attack. That in the first 7 units got the higher hidden potential stats, reaching around 7,000. They even out to 21,000 right across the board. So a unit like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, upon initial, before I say anything, where would you two place Super Saiyan 3 Easy A Goku?
I give him a B tier, really.
Okay, Will?
I'd say he's just made it into B tier.
Yeah.
I could see him drawn to C.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
And before we actually go into it, we're going to count these units just because, like, a unit like this, which has a turn restriction, is good for a short Dokkan event. Let's take Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But we also need, if we can, take him into effect and, like, take a legendary Goku event or something long that will take more than 7 turns, and the passive can wear off. So, as me using him, I would put him. I'm not going to put him in D rank. C would probably be the best spot for him, because though he hits hard for those first few turns, I got him close on his best turn. I got him to a 2.8 rainbow level, SA 15. Not all link level 10, but still. 2.8, and that was with his 120% attack passive, which is good. However, the next turn after that, he dropped down to a 1.2. Even the dogs are outraged about it.
I know. I'm gonna hurt that dog. He I don't know what he's barking at, so.
But I would honestly be comfortable putting him in C, kind of like what Will was saying.
Yeah,
I'd be comfortable there too. I'm fine with that.
Just because of his, he's not a longevity unit. Short term, he would be higher up, but since this is counting in every situation, and even then, he still doesn't hit as hard as other units, even old ones. he's going to have to drop a lot lower. So we're going to start off with putting Super Saiyan 3 EZA Goku in C. And then we can hop over to Boo. Dale, do you have Boo ready to tell us about Boo?
Ooh. Well, I did. I don't know what happened to my phone. There it is. So, Boo. If I remember correctly, wasn't he on one of my favorite lists at some point? Or he may have got bumped off.
He was here.
I can't remember.
He was in top 5 favorite EZAs.
Yeah. So, Mr. Boob here. I'm just gonna riff until I can get him up.
Professional Dokkan podcast. At its
dude,
best.
Professional. Because I had my phone across the room. So, Mr. Spooper Boo here. Not even Spooper Boo. It's just Kid Boob.
Kick the child across the floor, Boo.
That is this one. So, Kid Boo, extreme physical. His leader skill after EZA. All types key plus 3 HP and defense plus 50. Raises attack up to 80%. The more HP the remaining, the better. The better the attack boost. His attack at Planet Burst Extreme causes immense damage to enemy, lowers their defense. And then his passive skill, Planetary Destruction. All allies keep plus 2. Attack and defense plus 50. When HP is 80% or above, all allies attack and defense plus 30%. When HP is 79% or below.
Man.
So,
my bad.
He's one of those characters that he's nice to run, but he's not, because his whole shtick revolves around how much HP you have left.
Yeah.
And you kind of don't want those, because it's like, because after a little bit, you'll lose the good percentile if you hit anywhere below 80%.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's one of the problems with like a unit, the HP. I've griped at HP restriction units. Boo. Yeah, Will. What do you think before?
He's a good unit, but like you guys are saying, the HP. If there's a HP restriction on any unit, it's gonna hold them back.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. As much as I love Boo, Boo is one of my top favorite units in the game. He hasn't made the list so far, what we've explained, but he is one of my favorite units because of his support type ability. And because of his support type ability, let's put him on LR Boo Tank's team, just as an example. That's a very healing team. Where you can keep above 80% pretty easily, unless you just do not know how to play the game very well, or if your team is not built very well. I would comfortably put Kid Boo in B rank, all because of his support type ability. Because he is reliable on his own with his support type ability, and he also, that 50%, even 30%, is still reliable to help out the team around him, whatever rotation he's on. So I would feel comfortable putting him in the B rank.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I'm good with that.
And so, Kid Boo, you are now the highest ranking, moving up to B for Boo. And now it is my turn. We're going to talk about what used to be the hardest Dokkan event in all of history. The demon himself. I'm not a monster, I'm a demon. Strength Super Saiyan Broly. That is the Bora. Broly. Broly is 3 key, 70% all stats leader who has a super attack that is an AoE and raises his own attack for 3 turns. His already right here, if we had to rate this from the original Broly, this Broly is in an S rank tier compared to old Broly. His old passive was 7,000 attack at literally losing all defense, but defense reduced to 0. New Broly, attack and defense was 80% when attacking. And he has those high stats. Like right now, he has a 19,000 attack stat combined with all of what he does. And he is since I used him, first time I beat Extreme Super Battle Road, I was using Broly. because I had no other good extreme strength units. But Broly did not actually disappoint me. But before I go into it, Dale and Will, what are your thoughts of the Broly?
He's not a bad character, but he leaves a little to be wanted. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
At least for me.
Understandable. Will?
First off, huge glow up after EZA.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Huge glow up.
If we go from point A to point B, I would honestly say Broly probably has the best EZA just from point A to point B.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's got the best. Like he benefited the best from an EZA.
Yes.
I can sort of agree with Dale, but also gonna be completely honest, I haven't used him that much just because I don't like AoE units. I just don't like them.
There are better AoE units to use.
Yeah.
Is my deal.
We kind of need more AoEs, I think. But as I've been using this Broly, even the Extreme Super Battle Road, before he gets hit, he is still kind of a glass cannon because his passive does not active. I wish it wasn't when attacking. If it was just on turn he gets attack and defense plus 80%, he'd be a lot higher up. But because of the way he is built, his AoE is phenomenal. His AoE is probably what helped me beat Extreme Super Battle Road and even OG Super Battle Road too. That AoE dealing 1.4 million damage on Super is still just mind-boggling to think. And doing that to each enemy in those kind of events. However, with his lack of key, even keyed links, you have a hard time getting him his stuff. I know we said we're not going to talk about links much, but that's not... From time to time, we have to talk about links because links are detrimental to a unit. He has 2 key links that only gives 2 keys, so even on his best team, he'd only be getting 8 key, and it's sometimes hard to get 4 key. But Broly himself, unfortunately, as much as I like the Broly, I would have to put him in the D rank.
Yeah.
I can agree.
Just because, and we know someone out there... someone out there is going to be like, but they need to be higher. These are truly this seems like they're going to fall. These are the thoughts of us kind of, I'm sure we're going to get later on, we're going to argue like this one should be better and then we'll come up with a compromise. But before you say that I haven't done this, I've literally tested these units probably 100 times each. So I can at least say good and bad. So him putting in D is kind of believable. If you had it on passive, he would be in B, without a doubt. But if it's just after attacking, he has to be in D.
Yes. And here's another thing to think of. As much of a tier list as this is, it is also our opinion.
Yeah.
This is highly our opinion.
This is very opinionated.
Yes, I can't wait to put LRAGO Gohan in F rank. Man, I hate that unit. But what? We're ready for the next one, Will. You got 5 Frieza?
Ready for the next one? I do have them ready. So this is physical full power Frieza.
One of my favorite EZA units.
One of my favorite EZA units too.
An EZA unit that I like.
His leader skill is physical type key +3 and all stats +70%. His super attack causes immense damage to enemy and raises defense by 30% for 3 turns. And passive is attack +120% when performing a super attack, key +3 and defense +30% as a first attacker in turn. So, what do you guys think about him?
Well, we all know my feelings. I believe he is a very good character.
Absolutely. Out of the old units, I say old. I'm counting the old 3000 units. We can't count later on ones, though they are old. He has honestly aged the absolute best. Him having that 120% attack, and even with the high stats, has kept him viable. Even when the 120s came out, you weren't running the Kid Buu, you weren't running Tech Cell, you weren't running Broly or Goku, but Frieza was getting ran with alongside the cooler, and we all know what the Frieza did back then. Well, us three should. Will and I do.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Dale. I'm not 100% on Dale or not. But he still aged very well. He hits like a truck. The high stats with the 30% defense his first turn is an abomination. And the 3 key too. So if you get him a good team and he starts out it's did you say or are you going That was like cringe.
No, I'm going
Okay, so I only heard the latter half of that, so it sounded like you were just cringing off. It's like But
sorry.
Oh, it's fine. It could be cutting. But anyway, if you have him in slot 1, that 3 key is great. So he's going to be constantly doing super attacks if you give him 3 key. And that's not even counting links. So that's right there. He is self-supportive in a very good way. However, if you use it in slot 2, that is kind of the downfall because he does not get the defense. And in slot 1, he has to super attack first in order to get that 30% defense, which though is a low number, with his high stats, evens out to right around, I think, 100k. Which, yes, 100k. It's not a lot. That's not a lot to number. But you also got to consider you got to consider his attack power into consideration too, which he's able to reach around 3 million on a good team. And if not, the highest I got him by himself was about 1.8. Mine is very highly link leveled. That's his by himself. And yes, that's nothing to sneeze at by nowadays standards, but that is him by himself on a 170 team. And that I would feel comfortable putting him either at a high B or a low A.
I was thinking A.
Yeah.
A? All right.
Yeah. His kit is just... Yeah, there's a downfall, like you said, if he's not in the first turn. But really...
We put Broly at D, didn't we?
Broly is D.
Yeah.
Like, the teams that you're going to be running him on are going to get him the key that he needs to get that super off anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just... He's crazy, man.
Like I said, he's built in a very well-rounded way. And like I said, we're taking into consideration units as themselves and not by themselves. So that's why where I put him is that, because he's good by himself. He's great with literally anyone else. Another Frieza? You never have to worry about anything.
Yep.
So that moves us on to Tech Cell. Dale, do you have Tech Cell?
I do have Tech Cell, but I do not have him
Easy Aid.
Easy Aid.
Okay, I guess I can take care of him. Since I got a lot of these, I can take care of Cell.
Yeah, like his original is goddamn trash, though.
Yeah. Tech Cell
it's nasty. Other than he's got that nuker aspect of attack and defense for every key sphere obtained.
Yes. And he was, I believe, he may have been the first nuker, and if he wasn't, he was our first good nuker. But Tech Cell, after EZA, is following the 70% to all stats and 3 key. His super attack causes immense damage and recovers 10% HP on super attack at max super. His passive is attack and defense plus 15 per key sphere obtained, and 1 additional key per rainbow orb obtained. So if you get him 1 rainbow orb and let's take a blue orb, he's getting 3 key right there. Or if you get him 1 green and a rainbow, he's getting 4. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So the least you can get him is 1, because you just get 1 orb, but if you get any sort of rainbow, it always immediately adds 2. And he was the first unit that added this mechanic. What do you guys think? So, what do you guys think of the EZA?
I mean, I don't know. I've never run it, so I don't really have a dog in the race here.
Well, I mean, for situations like that, you can just go based on the passive, like the 15 per defense, attack and defense per orb, and then plus 1 key per rainbow.
Yeah.
Will?
I like it.
Talk about it.
Personally.
Okay.
Where would I put him? See, like I like what they did with him, but I don't know how high I would put him.
Let me add. I'll add my little bit of light really quick. Tech Cell. I use him to beat Extreme Super Tech Battle Road, which I finally beat, and oh my gosh, did I have some sort of relief. His HP recovery on Super, I have mine built with a bit more additional, just because if double Super is 20% HP regen, is honestly the best part about him, because going on any kind of defensive nuke, since he has nothing built into him, you can have really bad situations where you only get him with one orb and then he is terrible. If you get him with like 8 or 9, which is possible, he is good because he gets good damage in that. But you got to take in consideration the bad situations too of 1 orb or 2 orbs, as opposed to always 15 or 6 orbs even.
Mm-hmm.
This is my big problem with nuking units because of situations like this where they don't have anything built in and they literally only rely on gimme, 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 gimme. I would have to put Cell either in the D or the C range.
Personally, was thinking C.
Yeah, C would be fair for him because he can be very useful, but
right. And we're not harking on saying they're bad units. Like I said, I run a lot of these units. I've ran a lot of these units. Will may have. Dale just doesn't have the ability to get to run these units. So we're not saying they're bad. It's just, if you think of them as a unit itself. And then
is right.
And then next, if we don't get this one's going to be kind of surprising if it doesn't go the way I think it's going to go. Int Janemba, Super
yes,
Janemba.
Sir.
Don't have him TO'd. I've got him. Don't have him or not TO'd, but he's EA'd.
Why not?
I thought you did have him. It's physical fusions.
I may actually. Do I?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I did so many in a chain that I can't remember.
If you don't, you need to easy A him.
Right. Okay. Janemba, another one of these high.
Nope, I do have him.
Easy aid?
Yep.
Do you have his SA 14 or no? At least 14?
I have him SA 13.
Okay, then you know what? I'll just read his super attack just greatly lowers enemy defense. Dale, read the rest of the thing since I took over the cell for you.
So his leader skill is intelligence type key +3, HP attack and defense. He's got all 3 of them plus 90.
Not bad.
And then he's got an additional attack and defense plus 70 built in. Guard activated against all attacks and a medium chance of evading enemy attacks, including super, for 1 turn, plus an additional attack plus 40% for 4 turns when guard is activated. So with all that put together, you're hitting how much attack and defense there? 90, 70.
110 attack and 70% defense. You cannot count leader skills in because it's really hard to factor in leader skills in the passives too.
Yeah.
Well, we know Will's opinion. Will likes Janemba.
Probably my favorite easy A.
Even not having him...
Wait, that's a cap.
That's a cap.
It's not my favorite easy A.
Mm-mm.
Even not having him with 14 super attack, he's pretty good.
Yes. Janemba, we've talked about it before. Literally the only downside I would have for this unit is that dodge is a 30% for 1 turn and not 50 for 1 turn, which is a Janemba thing. That is literally the only downside. He is very defensive. You can take him Extreme Super Battle Road. He is good there. I've used him there. Did I beat it with him? No. But did I use him? Yeah. Offensively, great. His guard plus the defense is a beast. His lack of categories is his biggest downfall. Yeah, we've all agreed to that. I, however, would feel comfortable with having Janemba possibly be our first S rank unit.
All right, Dale, this is your decision because you already know how I feel about him.
Yeah. And I gotta agree because even not 14, he still is pretty good. Even not 14 super attack, he is still pretty damn good. Better than fucking Broly.
Absolutely.
Or Boo. I'll agree with an S.
So yeah, based on just him by him himself, Janemba takes the top as our first S. And when it comes down to it, we're not going to put these in order. It's not going to be like, this is the absolute one. We're just, because that'll take a little longer than what it's already going to take. It's just going to be based on the actual, these are all our S tiers, A tiers, B, C, D, and then F.
WH, WH. IMP.
So that'll
TRW.
That starts
SMV.
Us with everybody's favorite fusion, Will.
What I'm trying to point out is the alphabet does not need to be in the order it's in.
Will?
Okay, anyway, we are going with the original Gogeta, STR Gogeta, and after his EZA, he's really good. He's really good. So his leader skill is all types, Ki +3, and HP attack and defense +77%. His super causes immense damage to enemy and lowers attack and defense. His passive is attack and defense +70%, 77%, attack +7% per key sphere obtained, and his attack is effective against all types.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, what do you guys think?
Did we skip Beebus?
No, Beebus comes after Gogetas.
Okay. Which, I may not have that Beebus, by the way.
Don't worry, I do.
Which is that?
Tech.
Which Beebus is that? Is that Tech?
Tech Rage Mode Beebus.
Holy shit. I actually have that Beebus. Just not.
Yeah.
Actually, he doesn't have an EZA. Does he?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
He does, yeah, but don't have him EZA'd.
All right.
So,
before
what do you
I'm
guys
not
think
a whale.
about Gogeta?
I'm a beluga, thank you very much.
But still a whale.
I'm not a big whale. Gogeta. I love Gogeta. He's one of my personal favorite strength units in the game. He even made it my top 5 favorite units for nostalgia, power. Defensively is kind of the only about him, but he does make up for it. Basically, if you take him into, you can't take him into Super Battle Road or heck even like a Legendary Goku event or something like that, because he will get demolished, and that's not all units are built for that. He is built as a spear to just to pierce through anything. His nuking is non-reliant on how well he's going to perform, and that's why we have Cell low. He does nuke, but he already has stuff built in, so he's already hitting for about a 2.1 million on his without rainbow orbs. Categories, great. His overall kit, Gogeta as himself was a top reigning unit, I mean. And after he came out with his EZA, he became a top hitting unit. I believe he did, and he was basically jumped up from being garbage and hopped really over the 120 variant for quite a while. And so, yeah. I personally want to hear Will's opinion first on where he would place it.
Okay. I personally put him in S tier.
Interesting. Dale?
For Gogeta?
Yeah. for Gogeta.
Yeah, for Gogeta. That's a tough one because he very easily hits A tier. Very easily.
Right.
But I don't know. I think the effective against all types might be just enough because it's one of those deals like Ultimate Spear versus the Ultimate Shield. this man really is the ultimate spear because he can hit through most shields.
Right.
I've seen him hit through damn near every shield. I kind of think he deserves that S tier.
I think the only thing that would hold him back is that he doesn't have that great of defense, so you can't really run him on those long events. So I would be okay with putting him at the edge of S, but not there because of that. But
that's what I was gonna have to put him in A. As much as I love Gogeta, compared to what's coming down the line, I'm even looking later on at an S tier unit that I'm gonna say is S tier. I'm not gonna say who it is, but
I'm gonna vehemently deny whoever it is.
But his lack of defense, though, yes, he has good stats to build up, but he's squeamish in the actual hard-hitting events. So I would, unfortunately, have to put him at A.
Once we get the characters I use a lot, I'll actually have more to input.
This unit's red. His hair's gold.
Yeah.
So, Dale, I think you're the tiebreaker. Will was kind of saying, did you say A or S?
I would be okay with putting him in A.
That effective against all types is what barely makes him an S.
Understandable. That super effective all types is nothing to sneeze at, but if he gets hit,
it's not enough.
If he gets hit before he hits them, who's going to be taking more damage, like in the actual long run? So, unfortunately, Gogeta, you are good. You have to go down to A, my friend. And since Dale does not have, let's see, it could be a little bit before Dale could talk about a unit again.
Let's see.
You need to.
I got the Beebus.
Pick up Beers. You got Beers.
I got Beebus. Tech Beebus, 3-key, 90% to all stats. He started a new little trend with the Janemba. Causes supreme. Oh, I don't have him SA 15. So probably causes supreme damage and greatly lowers defense.
Causes immense.
Oh, is that his SA 15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you, Will. Attack and defense was 80% at start of turn, plus an additional attack was 40 for 4 turns after receiving an attack. Rage, when HP is 40% or below, up to 2 times. And for those who do not know Rage is 1 turn of you take no damage, enemy take ton of damage.
Yeah, it's basically like a cut down version of Grade 8 form.
Except this form is actually better than a Grade 8 because Beerus is always doing a super.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually useful.
Yes. So
hey, Grade 8 form's useful if you don't need to take damage that round.
If you have the unit Rainbow, it's still pretty good too, even with 2 dupes.
Yeah.
But
Grade 8 has saved my ass a couple times.
Understandable. Have a nice day. So,
wow, way to cut that one out. Thanks.
But okay. Since based on this passive, Dale, how would you put this unit just based on passive? Like the kit overall.
Say passive for me one more time.
Attack and
Rage.
Attack and defense was 80% at start of turn, plus an additional 40% attack for 4 turns after receiving an attack. And he gets 2 rages when HP is 40% or below.
I would think either a high B or a low A. Somewhere in there, maybe. Because I've never used him, so I don't know what he can physically do. All
right, so this will be more of a me and Will one. No offense to... So, Will.
None taken. I don't run any Beebuses, so...
As much nostalgia I have for this character, because he was one of my very first Dokkanfest units, I gotta put him in B.
Okay. As I've been honestly, I'm fine with him being in B. Beerus can possibly breach into A because of those rage modes. That's 2 turns of no damage and doing, let's say if you get lucky and get 12 key with each one, he's capable to hit about a 1.5. Mine's with what at least kind of what I've seen by, he's powerful. and those 2 turns of no damage, take Super Battle Road, that's phenomenal. Just get him off, on,
Very
off, on.
useful.
So I would put him... So he has the ability to breach into A because of that right there. And even with his stats, he does not hit like a slouch. He is a beast when it comes down to it. And also... So I would...
Hayden's hit an impasse.
I understand why people could put him at B just because of the unit itself. If you don't have the right stuff around it, he doesn't look good. But as a unit itself, I would actually have to put him in an A rank.
So Dale's a tiebreaker.
Like I said, high B, low A.
Now you have to choose one.
I'll roll a dice. Odds, he goes in A.
Don't roll a dice. Flip a quarter, you Neanderthal.
I don't have any change near me. I only have a D10.
Why do you have a D10 just sitting near you?
No, I have a D8. Is that better? I'm sorry, I don't have a D2. But...
Alright. Someone call it in the air.
Oh, heads.
I haven't flipped it yet.
Well, I'm still calling heads.
Wait, heads goes A, tails goes B.
Okay.
Heads goes A, tails goes B. Alright, let me get this fucking quarter. It's stuck under my monitor.
I'm so glad this is the kind of content people want to listen to. Us flipping a coin.
This is so scientific right now. Holy
What,
crap.
a man digging a quarter out from underneath his monitor?
So before we do this, the little reason we're doing this, I didn't ever think we'd have to do this, is it is to the point where the unit itself can go either way. He's literally right on the line. We cannot put him in the line unless we added our other tiers that
A caveat.
yeah. So
Alright, you ready? So
Yes.
heads A, B, tails?
yes.
Yeah. That is tails, my friend.
And so that puts Beebus in the B. Sorry, Beebus. All right.
Wah, 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 wah.
All right, Dale, there's a question for you. And if not, we're going to go back to Dale. Will. Dale, do you have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta?
Actually, I might.
Let me rephrase.
Which Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta?
Strength.
Ooh. I
Not-
think I might actually have him.
Not the GT variant.
The Warrior's True Value Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta.
Yes, I do have him.
Okay, do you have him Easy Aid?
Sure don't.
Will!
Alright then.
Because I don't use him because he's trash.
Oh, whoa.
All right, Will, temper your anger. I'm looking at a cardinal right now. Temper your anger. Explain the unit.
Okay.
Cardinal.
So, his leader skill is STR type, strength type, key +3, attack, like all categories, plus 90%, attack, defense, and health. Super attack causes immense damage with a high chance of stunning enemy,
50%.
and then his passive reduces damage received by 80% for 10 turns from the start of turn. Attack plus 120% when the target enemy is stunned.
So, Dale, is he still trash?
He's always trash because he's not canon.
You're just hating, bro.
No, he's actually Blazer. But, okay. So, Vegeta is one of the best tanks in the game because he gets 80% damage reduction for 10 turns no matter what. And the downside of that, it's not 10 turns he's on the field, unless it's been updated. It is 10 turns from his first appearance. So even on his off turns, it still counts within the 10 turns. And that's kind of a nuisance. So you get 5 rotations with him being 80% damage reduction. Vegeta hits, unless you have him stunned, does not hit super hard. I think the highest I've got him was about 1.8 on the Super Saiyan 3 team without the stun. So offensively, he's not there unless you have him with the 80%. Is it? No, it's not 80%. It's 120% attack when target enemy is stunned. Then he's breaching 3 million. So defensively, I could put him as an A unit, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
If we put him... But, what about butts, Will?
I know there's a butt coming.
They're fancy looking.
Not all of them. There's some pretty nasty looking ones. Okay, butt is absolutely right. Vegeta has that 10-turn limit, and so if, Super Battle Road, he's a beast. Dokkan Event, he's a beast. You've taken like Infinite Dragon Ball History, Legendary Goku event, or even the soon-to-be God of Destruction event that'll come out during year 6, he is not going to be as impressive because those last longer than 10 turns, unless you literally are 1, hack the game, or 2, your team's literally just demolish and hit for 8 million on each turn. Because, like I said, I've got the HP thing of, somewhere. Where'd that notebook go? But I have the HP of all the stuff in there, and the final boss of Legendary Goku event has 15 million HP, so you have to hit a lot of damage in order to kill him in 1 turn. But that's not the thing. After that is done, he loses his damage reduction, and that's all the defense he has. So then, if he gets hit by an AGO unit, he's going to be taking so much damage. And with that, I would still leave him in an A.
That's fine by me.
What about you, Will? What do you think?
Could see him A. I personally would put him B, but we can put him in A.
And I can understand the point of B just because of the lack of defense, but he has a 50% stun chance too, which, say if he can stun the enemy, you stun them before he gets hit, you don't take damage either way. And so that's why his kit is very well built. Defensive for a certain amount of time, he gets more attack and he can stun. That is why, like I said, I'm fine with putting him in an A. If Will says A, I think he just doesn't want to put him in A, but A for Super Saiyan.
We can put him in A.
Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta hits A. And the next we're going to go hop into our the Grim Reaper the Grim Reaper of Justice. Go Tanks. See, Dale, I know you have Go Tanks.
Please never do that again.
Dale, do you have him Easy Aid?
Do you want to see how fast I'll leave this chat? It's crazy.
Do you have him Easy Aid?
What did we put Vegeta at?
Super Saiyan
A.
Yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta was A.
Super Saiyan 3 Vegito? Holy shit. When did he come out?
I said Vegeta, and this isn't Heroes. Heroes actually has Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. And Gogeta. Do you have Go Tanks Easy A, Dale, or no?
Tech Go Tanks?
Mm-hmm.
I do not.
Okay. Tech Go Tanks. 4 key, and all stats 100% to tech type units. He's got 3 actual different super attack effects. 9 key to 10 is raise attack for 1 turn, cause immense damage. 11 key, massively raises attack for 1 turn, causes immense damage. 12 key, causes supreme damage and greatly lowers enemy defense. His passive, attack plus 140 when performing a super attack, defense plus 70 when key is 11 or less. And you do want him to get the 11 key because that is his hardest hitting thing, capable of getting over 3 million attack stats. Will?
Yep.
What do you think?
I mean, I like him. He's really good. The only bad thing about him is that you need to get him to 11 key. Like, just 11 key.
Yeah.
On Super. So, but I would put him in A.
I can understand him going to A.
Yeah, so can I.
Like I said, him not having... He hits hard as, as an 11 key and even 9 key. 9 to 10. His 12 key is probably, I would... overall the best, just because it greatly lowers defense. I'm not always for offense. I like hard hitters, but you can't rely on that. His defense, 70% is it's a lot easier to get 11 key or less than it is to get 12, depending on the team. So if you put him in a situation where he's always getting 12, he does not tank as well. But that's not always the case because he's not the most key-related unit unless you run him on a fusion team. So basically, I'm fine with him being an A.
It's fine. If you want him to only get 11 key, put him in the hybrid Saiyans category.
If you have him right on there, he's even still getting that too, because you got the hybrid Saiyans that are pretty good key linkers with him. Okay, Dale, yeah. I know you have this unit, Intelligence Ultimate Gohan.
Intelligence Ultimate Gohan.
Intelligence?
Intelligence.
Intelligence?
Let's see. Intelligence Ultimate Gohan. Only 120.
I thought you had him EZA'd.
Nope.
I remember you... Will!
Okay, here we go. His leader skill is
Don't get angry at me. I'm here for my funny comments.
Intelligence type, key +3, all stats +70%. His super attack is greatly raises attack and causes immense damage to enemy. And his passive is key +5, attack +80%, and defense +40% when key is 7 or more.
Okay, and before anyone talks about why we have him later, this is a tier list online. This is the natural setup for it, at least as far as we know, the natural setup, and we don't know why Gohan comes way later. We're 10 units in, and he's the 11th one, so... Okay.
Yeah.
Gohan.
What do you guys think?
What's Gohan? I hate him for the pure fact that I just keep getting him.
Here's Dale's reasons.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
this is a
I say he's an F tier.
Okay, Will, what do you say?
Oh. I don't know. I think, honestly, he's C tier. Do you have him higher?
No.
You have him D?
I would put him in a D because the Gohan, yes, his passive gives himself the stats, but he is not a good unit. His teams are okay, but there's better variants you would run even over him. And even then, the links are a big downside to him as a unit. Mm-hmm. So yes, I have used him. Like I said, disclaimer, I've used these units. I've used these units so many times in these last 2 weeks since before we did Dokkan What. Shout out to Dokkan What. Go check out Dokkan What, everybody. But
shameless plug.
I mean, it's my own content, so
yeah, and that's what makes it a shameless plug.
Okay. But Gohan just does not perform well. His greatly raising attack is probably the best aspect of him. The 7 key, giving himself an additional 5 key when key is 7 or more is his second best. But I would not put him high just because he's not the most offensive. 2 there's better Ultimate Gohans to run over him, even no matter what they are. 3, he's just He was. I looked back at it. This unit died out so quickly because he just was not usable, and I didn't understand why. And he just doesn't hit hard, doesn't tank very well, just is not a well-rounded unit as opposed to even Kid Buu. Kid Buu is more well-rounded than this Gohan, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Be okay with putting him in D.
Yeah.
Boo you, Gohan! You have the most potential, and you had the biggest fall down.
Yo,
honestly, it's Toriyama's
they did him dirty. Fault. They did him dirty in the TV show, and they did him dirty in the game. It's just gonna keep happening.
Dale, if you tell me you don't have this next unit at EZ8, I'm going to be really upset because I know for a fact you have him. AGL Vegeta.
Is it? AGL Vegito?
Super Vegito.
GL Super Vegito?
Oh, give me a minute. Might help if I actually put them in instead of just scrolling through all my shit.
That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here changing the type to Super AGL, Super Strength, and all that as we swap around. That way I can look at the unit.
Give me Super Vegito. No, I don't want him.
And now, a word from Dokkan What. If you ever wanted to know about us as we talk about our brand new units, come check out Dokkan What. New things started in the spin-off of Dokkan When. We talk about our brand new units coming out and our immediate thoughts on them. Pretty fun.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That'll buy you enough time?
I guess not, because I still can't find him.
On Dokkan What, we discuss with our new buddy Virus, who's going to have an episode on Dokkan When in a couple weeks. He and I look at our units. We just recently talked about the EZA as Goku Frieza and all the Uter 6 free-to-play units, and after immediate thoughts of them, they are absolutely disgusting, and we were completely right on how they were.
Yeah. I've had him up for the past 5 minutes, by the way.
Talk about the shameless plug, and you're just sitting here and let me talk about my content.
Yep. So, Super Vegito, I don't have him EZA'd.
You're lying.
He is lying. I know for a fact.
What gave it away?
Because I watched you EZA him.
I was talking to you as you were going through and beat his final levels. I found a penny.
Yeah, so his leader skill, agility type key +4, HP attack and defense +100. I mean, he's got that big 3 in there.
Mm-hmm.
His spooper attack, his super attack, Spirit Sword Extreme, causes immense damage to enemies and raises allies attack by 35% for 1 turn.
Can we
just one?
Can we please just call it Atalize if it helps out allies attack? Allies attack. It's Atalize.
Atalize. His passive skill, Flawless Combat, attack and defense +40%. Within the same turn, after receiving an attack, foresees the enemy's super attack when HP is 40% or less. Damage received from normal attacks is -80%, and he counters with tremendous power.
Okay.
He's a great character. He's a great card. I fucking love him.
Guys, I'm going to have... What are your thoughts? Will?
A. Will.
Yeah. I don't know. He's just, like, I want to put him in S just out of the respect factor. But if you get supered, sheesh, you're taking a lot of damage.
Yeah. That's why you don't let him get supered. That's why I said A.
Oh, we're going to make a lot of people mad.
You're lying. You're not putting him B.
You're right, I'm not putting him B.
He's putting him in D. Watch it.
Not D. Okay. C.
And what is your reason for, sir? Why would
you are high right now, bro. Tell me you're high.
Okay. Super Vegito, one of the most hyped up EZAs, had the biggest downfall. That's not why. That's not the only reason why. That's probably, let's say, 2% of the reason why. His thing, does he raise ally super attack on super by 35%? Absolutely, that is great. Does he foresee enemy super attack? Yes. Does he hit hard? Yes. But his absolute one, he has to get hit first. So let's say if you get supered before he gets hit, you're taking so much damage. As someone who has used him hundreds of times before even this, you get him supered before he does his actual thing, it doesn't matter how much normal damage reduction he has, he's going to take 300,000 damage. His counters are great, but you still have to get hit first. And they rely solely on crit just because of his overall lack of attack and defense as a the unit without getting his stuff. Had he had 40% attack and defense built in naturally, that would make him 10 times better than he is. Add an additional 40. He's still able to get over 2 million attack stat, but he just was not built right when it comes down to an EZA. He was done absolutely dirty. And that factors in.
You're doing him dirty right now by putting him in C.
I love Vegito. He's my second favorite unit. But
we are not putting him lower than B. I'm just executive decision.
Yeah, right
B,
here, right now.
Right here, right now. We're not putting him lower than B.
Majority rules.
His lack of defense is the only reason is a big reason I put him lower. That and the way he is built. His foresee enemy supers is truly the best part about him.
Yeah, that makes him A tier.
However, you have to get so close to death in order to get it. That lowers it quite a bit. We've griped before about units. You have to intelligence LR perfect cell. You have to fall to 30% or below in order to get the thing active. But let's say if you get to 30% or 31%, it doesn't active, you're so close to death. It's the same situation for this. You're 40% HP. You're so close to death. Why would you want to get that close to death just to see where someone's going to hit you with a big attack once? Why not have that all the time? If that was all the time, he would absolutely be an A. But with the way he is built, where you have to basically weaken yourself to a very terrible point, I would not have him higher than B. I'm fine with putting him in B. My natural assumption is he would have to be C, though, just because of the way he's overall built.
Okay, let's put him in B and move on, because this is a very controversial subject.
Okay, so next is AGL Super 17.
I have never even bothered to TUR.
AGL Super 17.
Let alone UR.
Then this is where everything's going to start getting fluctuationy, because there's a chance we could have different tier lists, like these things are just ranked different, like this unit's placed differently, but whatever the case is. Extreme AGL key plus 3 in all stats plus 130, and Super AGL key plus 3 in all stats plus 90%. So right there, he's a duo lead, as opposed to what he used to be, 120 to Extreme and 50% 1 key to Supers. Super attack greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. That's a 50% raise. Causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. That right there is good. Let's see. Where's his passive? There it is. Reduces damage by 40% naturally. Gets up to 3 key with each attack attained. And additional 30% attack up to 150 with each attack. And then he gains an additional 6% damage reduction up to 30%. He also gives target Goku target Goku
the
category.
Incredible Herc. Incredulous Herc.
This is a Tarku category. Allies a chance of additional 17% crit. We know I like the EZA of Super 17 because he's defensive. Once you get that 70% built up, he is not taking a whole lot of damage because of his overall kit. He gives himself key, so if you don't have him on a good team, if you're just running him on, say, whenever Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, whenever he gets his EZA, he's going to be 90% stats to Extreme AGL and 3 key, but you're not going to have a whole lot of key links for him. So he's going to be able to get up to 9 key naturally. And that crit chance goes on to him. So he's giving himself whatever you add into him. Say if he was strength, he'd have 5 crit. Naturally, he'd have 22% crit. He'd be critting every 5th attack, just mathematically, if you do it like that.
Who uses math?
Will,
why do you use math?
First off, I hate math. Don't put that out there.
But we need math, Will. Don't you know the
dirty math lover?
Pythagorean theorem was the most important thing we learned in high school.
Bro, the most important thing we learned in high school is that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Okay? Yeah. Okay. But 17, let's go.
Was that before or after we learned how to do taxes?
Oh, you learned how to do taxes? That's crazy.
What are taxes?
No,
I've
that was
never
a
heard
joke
of,
because
I've never heard of this word.
we've never learned how to do them.
Exactly.
Anyway,
honestly, I haven't used them that much. So I couldn't say.
well, and Dale hasn't. So I'll give you.
Nope, because I haven't even bothered to UR him.
Let me give you a very good example of how the 17 works. I've ran him on the Android / Target Goku team in the Legendary Goku event. It's where basically units like Android 13 are going to perform really well, and I wanted him there for the crit chance. Granted, he's guaranteed crit against Goku, but that's not the point. When his passive is fully built up, takes about 10,000 attack, 10,000 damage from Goku without support. And if you run support on there, he's taking around 3,000 attack from Intelligence Goku, the UI Goku, before he supers. After he supers, even once, he takes about 30k from UI Goku super attack. And you guys know how hard he supers for. Dale kind of does. Will may kind of do. I do, because I've taken it on so many times. But you both know how hard he hits. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Will?
Yes, sort of.
So with him being able to perform under situations like that where, he's able to take double digits and even 30k on a super and hitting for a 4 million attack stat on the team, I would have to put him in an S, just for an actual well-rounded unit. What do you guys think?
I don't know enough about him to prove whether or not you're wrong or right.
I'm in the same boat, so...
I guess my vote's the only one that counts, so S it is.
That's what you thought, F.
Honestly, he really is. For people who have him out there, easy A him. Though he was bad beforehand, he is a really powerful, really good unit.
He's a cool guy with his big ass forehead.
Yeah, look at those bangs, though. Look at that hair.
Yeah, look at that fucking forehead.
Okay, next is...
That dude's got a 6 head. Look at it.
That dude's a 17 head. Will, next is Tech Golden Frieza.
Tech Golden Frieza, my very first Dokkanfest unit.
One of the few ones I actually have easy aid.
One of the
oh my gosh.
Okay, Will.
His leader is Tech Type, Key +3, all stats plus 120%.
Nice.
His super attack causes immense damage to enemy and massively lowers defense. Passive attack plus 80% reduces damage received by 80% when HP is 50% or more. Reduces damage by 50% plus an additional attack plus 50% when HP is 49% or less.
So what are your immediate thoughts, Will?
Immediate thoughts, I really like him.
Same here.
I think he's just built really well. He's one of the HP restriction units that I think they actually did a good job on.
You could say he's built different.
He's built.
He would have stopped the bombing of Hiroshima.
I mean, with his tanky ability, absolutely.
What do you think,
Dale?
Me? I love him.
I love him too. Like I said, I'm going to keep talking about this just because one of the big things for some of these units I've learned how good they are is in Extreme Super Battle Road. I used him in Extreme Super Battle Road as my lead because 3 key 120. I actually beat a lot of Extreme Super Battle Roads with the once 100% Easy A units. With the once 100% no key leads because they're actually way better than LRs and stuff. But in a situation like that, his 80% damage reduction is absolutely great. Once it falls to 50%, you're gonna die. And so in those kind of hard situations, even Legendary Goku event later on, if you fall below that HP threshold, you still, though it's 50% damage reduction, since there's nothing to build off of, that's what makes... The biggest problem I have with... I'm going to go on a slight tangent for everyone, so people out there here are going to hear about why I do not like just plain damage reduction. Plain damage reduction units have no meat to build that damage reduction off of, unless it's some ungodly amount like the 17 or this Golden Frieza beforehand, 80%, 70%. You have some that do 90. If you give them nothing to build off of, there's no real... It's not built well, unless it's all the time. It's basically, if you're getting prepared to take a hit, and you are not expecting it, your guard's not up. You take a crap ton of damage because, your guard's not up, so you fall below, let's say, a certain HP restriction. You take a lot more damage because you are not guarded with your full capability. So, I would put him in an A, if I'm being honest. And I'm not.
I agree.
And I would not go any higher or lower than an A rank for Golden Frieza.
I agree.
Hey, real quick, where did we put Gohan and Gotenks?
Tech Gotenks is A, Intelligence Gohan is D.
Perfect.
As in dog.
Crap.
Shit.
That too. Wait, should I add a DS? I'm going to add an S to this D rank. Hey everyone, it's your natural everyday Hayden here. We had a slight problem with our recording. Nothing that actually ruined the overall thing. It was something on my end that just for whatever reason happened to decide to just stop recording, and I do not understand why. But this is one right now. This is basically a little break point because we still have quite a bit of stuff left to talk about in our podcast, in our podcast, in our tier list this week. We have about another 45 minutes left, I believe. I don't know. We have time. We have time left before 40 minutes. We have 40 minutes and 27 seconds exactly from 4 minutes 27 seconds of actual ranking left. So right now, this is a good little breaking point. If you need a break, I didn't expect to do this, but I have to put these clips together somehow. But if you need a break, go grab yourself something to snack on. If you're watching this on YouTube, go grab yourself a snack, a drink. If you're on Spotify, this is not going to bother you that much unless you need a good place to pause it. This is your perfect place to pause it. Just I hope you come back. That's all I ask. But basically, what's gone on since the thing shut off, about 3 minutes of us just making jokes. We talked about, what did we talk about? We were talking about the Broly, which is next, and we talked about Golden Frieza and how, he could stop. His tankiness is good. It just needs to be, he needed some kind of defense in there. We wished that he was, had slightly just defense built in, and we had some stupid jokes in there that I actually cannot remember. But that's not the point. As of right now, the whole point is getting everything together, letting you guys know this is a break, and this is a long one. We do not, and I'll give you a heads up beforehand, we will not finish this list this week. And at the rate we're going, this is going to take a long time. Because we only get through maybe about even a fourth, let's say maybe at most a fifth of what's done. And we're going to record in another few days because we just, taking a break from everything. So we're going to have this one go on for 3 consecutive weeks. This thing, because of the recording schedule for all of us. Because we cannot sit down and record for 5 hours straight. That was one thing I was fearful of, and then unfortunately it seems to come into fruition. But, so this is still going to be uploaded in numerous parts, just for, 1, our sakes, and 2, your sakes, because no one wants to sit down and listen to us talk about units and why we have Super 17 as an S rank unit and why we have Gohan as a D rank unit, or the DS as we made the joke of. But so if you come back, welcome back. Thank you for listening. It honestly means a lot to us if you take time of your day to listen to our podcast. Just us talking is just kind of fun to just know people listen to us. So thank you so much for listening to us. If I had the other two morons with me, they'd say thank you too. It honestly means a lot to us. And I forgot to, Dale says shameless plugs. But if you really want to, see more of the stuff we do, we have an Instagram. This podcast has an Instagram, Dokkan_When_podcast at Instagram. Come on by if you want to come stop by and say hi. I'm the main one in charge of it, but if you have stuff for other people, we've had some say, hey, tell Will or Dale this. We let you, we enjoy hearing from you guys, just talking to you, so we know that, you enjoy listening to our stuff. And if not, well, it's perfectly fine too. You don't have to come listen to us. You don't. There's other stuff to go listen to. Just make sure it's Dokkan related. That's because that's all we want is Dokkan. But yeah, so we're about to go back into the rest of the stuff. I'm gonna, let you know we have still quite a bit of ranking to do, and there's still a bit of humor as we go through it. We do get more serious, and Dale, oh poor Dale, finally becomes useful in this thing. So people out there that could be shaking your head or just shouting, Dale, say something useful as a side to he's good or bad, he's finally going to have some inputs. So hope you enjoy. Thanks all for listening. Time to get back for our video.
His passive is Ki +4 in attack and defense plus 80% when Ki is 8 or more. Launches an additional super attack when attacking. Chance of performing a critical hit plus 2% with each attack performed up to 40%.
Not bad.
Let's hear Dale.
Because Dale's the Broly fanatic over here. Let's hear Dale's thoughts on his Broly.
Your hair looks like lavender, but it smells like sweat.
What?
That's what it's from 4-Star. It's from the Broly movie. Because Broly mistakes Trunks for a girl because he has his long hair. But I don't know. Any Broly I like, this one, I'm just judging by his regular form. He really lacks defense. So I don't.
Okay.
I would. What's his defense now that he has an easy A?
He gives, if you have 8 or Ki or more, he gives himself 80% attack and defense, and then an additional 4 Ki. So he comes with defense now.
That's better than most. I give him B tier then.
Understandable. Will?
I'd give him B.
I'd be fine with B. I mean, I'm honestly fine with B. He could either go, because he's, stacking is one of the greater things of him, and since he has the opportunity to get 3 super attacks per turn, that stacking is going to look really good. His built-in crit, up to 40%, really good. It's just one of those situations where you look at, like, links and all that, that's a hard thing, but honestly, I am perfectly fine with putting Broly in, B. So, there you go, Broly. 5 Broly in B. Dale, do you have Buhan? Easy Aid?
Maybe. I think I actually do.
You do, because you and I talked about Patara. And and you went super far in it to get medals, not medals, Tarkill statues.
I don't have a Easy Aid. I've got it done. I don't have a Easy Aid because I don't have the money.
Ah! And this from the dude who said, I'm rich. I'm never going to use Zenny.
I have too much Zenny, guys. I'm never going to use it all.
It's amazing how fast I'll leave this chat.
Okay. He is 4 Ki in all stats, plus 100% for int types. Causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers attack and defense. On super. Let's see. Attack plus 17% and defense plus 10, and per orb, and he gains 10,000 HP back per key sphere obtained. If you deliver the final blow, you get 15% HP. Will?
Okay.
I mean, I like the unit, but I don't know. I might. The best thing about him is his healing.
Absolutely.
And for that, I could put him B.
I'm fine with putting him B. It's another one of those situations where with nothing built in, you're just adding meat to an empty plate as opposed to adding meat to more meat. That's why, like I said, I do not like most snookers. So I'm perfectly fine with putting him as a B. He's just, as I've used him, like I said, the HP regeneration is his best aspect, and the kill or just per orb, because he defensively does not perform well. Offensively is better, but he's still not gonna hit for unless you give him like 12 orbs, which is a lot of things. The highest I got him without getting him like 10 orbs or more, he did not breach over a 3 million attack stat, and that's with I think 8 was what I got him, and that wasn't even counting takoyaki balls or something like that add nuking on there. He just does not hit hard because he has nothing to hit on hard off of. So putting him in B is not an insult to him because we can always put him in an F. And
right where Ultimate Gohan belongs.
You don't have this. Will, do you have Kaioken Blue?
I haven't pulled up on Dokkan Wiki.
Good job. Thank you for Dokkan Wiki, everybody. Shout out to the Dokkan Wiki. If you need to know your units, go look at Dokkan Wiki.
All right. Am I good to go?
Absolutely. Tell us about the Kaioken Blue.
So, this is Super Saiyan God SS Goku, AGL, which is Kaioken Blue. AGL type, key +3, and all stats plus 120%. Super attack is greatly raises attack and causes immense damage to enemy while sacrificing 5% HP. Passive skill is attack and defense plus 59%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 59% for 10 turns from start of turn, plus an additional attack plus 59% when performing a critical hit starting from the 9th turn from the start of battle, and that is once only.
That's a mouthful, is what you just said.
Yes, it was.
You're right. So on his absolute best, let's see, 59, that's 100, that's 118, it's 173 on his absolute best. But with him greatly raising attack and defense, he's going to start hitting, like, come the final thing, he's going to be built up. He's going to be able to hit like a 6 million attack stat. Mine has done that, so that's why I'm kind of going based off of. And then the next turn, his massive is greatly raising, or is it massively? Is greatly, as it has him still being able to hit like a close to a 4 million. His biggest downfall, and I think we can all agree, is
5% HP.
Yes, HP reduction. It doesn't matter what kind of reasoning they have. HP reduction is not a good thing. Granted, it's fun to be like, hey guys, I survived with 1 HP. But other than that, HP...
It doesn't make sense.
No. That's why some units, though I like, take Physical Super Kaioken Goku. Possibly one of my favorite units in the game. I love him as a unit. He reduces HP by 7% on Super. That's no bueno. Even 5%. 5% is not a lot. It adds up, especially, say, if you have him built with, even if you don't have him with built additionals, and he has that 5%, that 10% chance to do an additional, and he does 2 supers, you lose 10% HP right off the bat. And that's no bueno. No matter how you look at it, you lose HP unless there's an actual unit that will benefit off of it, and the only one I can truly think of is AGO LR Gohan. You do not want that, and I would have to put him as a C.
I can agree.
Just because the HP reduction. If he didn't have that, he would honestly be an A, because he's going to be hitting monster numbers. But that HP reduction has to make him drop down to a C. Dale, any thoughts?
Sure. I don't use him.
Okay. So we're going to put Kaioken Blue down here in C. And now we can take a quick little look as we've gone through, let's see, 7, 12, 15, 8, 17 units. Man. And next is another one Dale doesn't have, but good thing I have him. Strength Omega Shenron.
I've got Omega, just not Easy 8.
Exactly. That's what I'm meaning.
Yeah, when we get out of the ones that have Easy A's, I'll be able to actually contribute.
Okay, he's 4 key in all stats plus 100% for strength type. Grand. Causes immense damage to enemy and massively lowers defense. Great. All enemies attack minus 40%. My favorite part of him. Attack and defense plus 80% and full power category allies. Key plus 2 and attack plus 40%. So, I'll start on him because this is my... Yeah, I talk about it. I took him... double Omegas in the Extreme Super Battle Road, and this is the first time I figured out how well Omega can actually perform. You have dual him, I beat it with not a whole lot of items. And because he's passively lowering 40% attack, and so if you have him on one rotation, the enemy loses 40%, let's say 35% attack, and a situation like that is a lot. No, it's double 40. It's 40% and then another 40%. I would have to put him, honestly, I'd have to put him in an A rank because of his supporting ability, the lowering attack and defense, and this as attack and defense as it is. He hits hard, makes enemies squeamish, supports other enemies in his category, and makes them even hit squeamishly too. So I would have to put him in an A. Don't know about Will over there.
F.
I said Will, not Dale, but we don't.
I like him at A. I think that's the perfect spot for him.
Yeah, well, I like him at F, so that's where he's going.
Nope, he's going
Sorry,
up here.
who?
A. Strength Easy A Cell.
Am I gonna need to take him?
I've got the cell. I don't have him Easy A.
I'm not
actually, I may.
Oh, let's see.
Let me finish reversing this Beebus real quick.
And here we see Dale about to see if he has the thing. Does he has the thing? The world may never know.
We'll see.
I'm going to sit here and roll.
No.
Will!
Okay. So, his leader skill. By the way, this is STR Perfect Cell.
Yes.
His leader skill is Strength type, Key plus 3, all stats plus 120%. He has 2 supers. He has a 10 or 11 key super, and then he has not 10 or 11, 10 or 12 key super, and his other super is an 11 key super.
Right.
So the 10 or 12 raises attack and defense and causes immense damage to enemy. His 11 key super raises attack and defense, causes supreme damage to all enemies, and recovers 10% HP. His passive is attack plus 100% and defense plus 50% at start of turn, plus an additional attack and defense plus 30% with 6 or more key spheres obtained. All enemies attack and defense minus 20% at start of turn when facing 2 or more enemies.
Well, let's see. Dale, based on what you've heard, any kind of immediate thoughts?
He plays like a normal cell.
Well, if we go based on... He doesn't do that because the only other Dokkanfest cell we had out of this point is a nuker. Honestly...
You mean that one that we put in C tier where this one belongs?
Honestly, if I had to... one, his stacking ability makes him good. Like long events makes him a very viable unit because you have him built with double the higher additional. He's going to be doing double supers more than once, so he's going to be doing really well. If you have him built having the 11 key, which another situation, Extreme Super Battle Road. That's why I figured out he's great because 10% HP. Like I said, does not seem like a lot, but in situations, 10% HP is going to save you or can save you from death. The biggest downfall of his, I would say, is he doesn't get his full attack passive, unless you have 6 or more orbs obtained, and that's not always the easiest thing to get. Will?
Honestly, C.
I'm fine with putting him in C, and I was thinking either that or B, just because of he does hit hard. If you get him with the stuff, he's able to hit good numbers linked up well.
Oh yeah, he can hit really hard, but it's like stars aligning to get him to hit hard.
Right. Yeah. So I'm fine with him being in C. My immediate thought, I have a whenever we're done with this, because I have my own tier list I made by myself. I'm gonna have to let you see, but yeah, I'm fine with him going in C. He's good, but then again, if you don't have him done, if you don't have him built, he's not good. As much as I hate to say it against Cell, because I like this Cell. I absolutely love this Cell. Not gonna lie. All right, next is another one that Dale. No, you don't.
Cooler?
Is yours cooler?
Mine is Goku Black.
Mine is Goku Black. Phi Goku Black.
I thought we were talking about Cooler. I don't have him anyway, so
I didn't think. Okay,
Mine.
Let me get you hoped up for nothing.
In case you can't tell, listeners and viewers out there, Dale is kind of the newest, and it comes down to the actual game itself.
I got a lot of characters, just nothing done with them.
He is 3 key and all stats plus 120, the physical Goku Black. He causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers attack and defense on super. This is 15, and he's also one of those units that gets a different super attack whenever you get him to max super. Extreme class key.
Who are we talking about now? Are we talking about Cooler?
Physical Goku Black.
Okay. Wouldn't matter either way.
Extreme class key plus 3. He actually got buffed on the global side where he gave that support. So, good for him. Attack and defense plus 15% per key orb obtained. Key plus 1 with each attack received up to 5. So, that's good. Randomly changes key spheres to a certain type to rainbow, plus an additional attack and defense plus 5 per orb if there's a Goku family enemy. So, my immediate thoughts whenever I first use him is, 1, he's going to perform a billion times better against any kind of Goku family unit, without a doubt. That's set in stone. He's able to hit 3 million attack with about 180,000 defense, at least mine is. That's against in Legendary Goku event against the Goku. Take him in a different event, let's take, Will, choose an event that's not Goku family.
That's not Goku family?
Yes.
Extreme Super Battle. I don't know. He can't do Extreme Super. Hold up.
Yeah,
take him against
his brother.
I was just gonna say take him against one of the Zamasu events.
Okay, if you take him against the Zamasu event, he loses 5% attack and defense per orb and does not change rainbow orbs. He still gets 15. Yeah, it's 15. 15% attack and defense per orb, and he can still get up to 5 additional key. That is not bad. He's still built in a really well-rounded way, and that's perfectly fine. But a lot of his damage and defense relies on there being a Goku family, because he's another one of those units that has nothing to build off of, but if you add 5% into the 20% or the 15, he's going to be doing a whole lot better when it comes down to performance. But, and this 3 key support is I would have to put him in a B rank.
I agree.
Oh, we got no argument there, so B rank. But for Goku Black. All right. Will?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I don't even know who to even ask. I don't know who Dale has. Okay, let me rephrase. I know who Dale has. I don't know who he puts work into.
So
it's really hit or miss.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay,
this is the 120% final form cooler.
Hey,
yours is different than mine.
Once we get to Super Saiyan 4, I'll be fine.
Yeah, yours is different than mine. Mine had Super Vegito next.
Oh.
I mean, Vegito Blue.
Mine had Cooler next.
Mine messed up then. Okay, and before we say anything, as of this video right now, which is going to come out in a week from today, not a week from today, a week from Tuesday, this cooler does not have an EZA. But that is not going to be any kind of deterrent on the performance of this unit. Will!
As of today, it is Saturday, February 27th, 2021.
It's February 29th to 30th.
So, leader skill, extreme physical key, +3, all stats plus 120%. Super key, +1, HP, attack and defense plus 50%. And his super attack causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. His passive, attack and defense plus 100%, launch an additional attack which has a chance to become a super attack.
And I believe that when he was built, this is a 25% chance to do an additional super.
I believe so.
Man, it was one of them times.
It's one of those times that Dale knows is Dokkan.
Dokkan Wiki says that it's a 10% chance.
10%? Okay. I must have been lucky.
Yeah, hey, it's a 10%.
I must have been really lucky. Anyway, so... Will, I know you have this cooler. What do you think of this cooler? I've done a lot of talking about this unit. You tell me about this unit, Will. Sell me this cooler!
Sell you this cooler. Well, first off, there's no caveat to this man's attack and defense. It's just there.
Okay.
You will get 100% attack and defense.
Right.
So there's no holding him back there. He causes immense damage and greatly lowers defense, which is he lowers the enemy's defense by 50% for 3 turns. So that's pretty good. And he automatically gets an additional. So honestly, as of right now, I would put him B.
Understandable. Dale,
and once he gets the easy A, we'll see where it goes from there.
Dale, do you have an opinion on this physical cooler?
On physical cooler? No, I used him in his 120 state. He worked pretty well. That's about it.
All right. Cooler is one unit that has, in the 120, has aged the best. Even with, he's aged the absolute best. He's still able to hit good numbers. He's very defensive. I've seen this cooler get over 100,000 defense. And based on, rainbow level TUR. And this is before EZA. He hits, I said I got lucky. I've had him, numerous times when I was testing him out. I think there's maybe 3 times he did not do 2 supers. And I at least 2, and that's, not counting the 5, I have someone in our Discord who actually does private server stuff, and I've talked to them, and we did a little bit of testing, and they did a lot of additional supers. So I can see it at rainbow level, because mine is only 55%. But even my 55% one still got a lot of additional supers, so that's why I thought it was higher, because, 9 times out of 10, here's a first super, here's an additional super. Or you miss your first attack, well, here's an additional super. And then there's another additional super with this thing. But yeah, I'm fine with putting him in. Did you say A?
I put him B.
Oh, B. Oh.
But we could put him A, honestly.
Yeah, I would put him, if it was me, I'd put him A just because, one, he's good now. if you run him under a 120, he's not the best, but not 120 is still it's unless you have more things around it to make it look better. Him being an as is good. So I'd say A is probably the best rank for him. I would say.
I'm good with A.
I would say A.
Stop.
All right, who is next for you guys?
I have Super Saiyan Blue Vegito.
Vegito Blue. All right. Okay.
I have him at 130.
You know what? At least you tried. At least you tried.
At that point, he started kicking my ass, and I said, "Fuck it."
You may actually have him have the upgrade passive. I don't know, but just to be safe, he is 4 key and all stats plus 80% for super type only, for super class for super class only. So if you put, let's say, I don't know, strength cell on there, he ain't getting a boost. He greatly raises the attack and defense for 1 turn, and this is a 50% raise. That I know. And causes immense damage to enemy. Attack and defense plus 40. At the start of turn, great chance of launching up to 2 additional attacks, each with a medium chance, that is 30, of becoming a super attack. Damage received by normal attacks minus 40% encounters with tremendous power. A unit like this is why I had Super Vegito lower. This is what Super Vegito could have been, just minus the numerous attacks. But Super Vegito Blue is a dominating unit no matter where you put him. Super Battle Road, Legendary Goku event, Infinite Dragon Ball history. You go take on literally any event. You have him in second slot. Heck, even first slot without enemies attacking first. He has a chance to get up to, 5? Or was it 4? 1, 4. Yeah, he can add up to 4 attacks, and each one of those can be a super attack. And he greatly raises, so theoretically this Vegito can have 200,000 defense, and with his counters, and has 40% damage reduction, can be critting for 2 million on each attack. His links are amazing. He's a very well-rounded unit. This is what I would put as what Super Vegito should have been like. Not after you're hit, then this other thing when you're about to die. I would put Vegito Blue as an S.
There's no other tier for him. He's an S tier.
Absolutely. Unless Dale has a counter. Unless Dale has a counter argument.
Counter argument. Who wears blue and orange?
Goku?
That's all I got. He's a good character. I can't say anything.
Most of the people in the Dragon Ball universe wear blue and orange.
Except for Vegeta.
I know, they're weird for it.
Except for Vegeta.
Vegeta wears blue and white.
Yeah, Vegeta. If you think about it, Vegeta's the weird one because he doesn't wear what everybody else wears, meaning he's the odd man out.
That's fine. Not everybody needs to wear an orange gi. Or how did fucking Kibito say it? The one that's
Mospherian
frog.
Mospherian toad.
Yeah.
Poop.
Yeah, or golden orange.
All right, so there's another one Dale does not have. Will.
Who is it?
OG Rose?
OG Rose.
Okay. So, this is AGL, Goku Black Super Saiyan Rose, extreme class only, key plus 4, and all stats plus 80%. He greatly raises defense for 1 turn on super and causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense.
Mm-hmm.
His passive is attack plus 100% plus extreme class key plus 3 and attack plus 30% at start of turn. Defense plus 30% with each attack received up to 180%.
Very bueno, very bueno.
Very bueno.
I thought Dale was going to say very bueno with us.
No.
All right, so Will, immediate thoughts?
Refuse.
Immediate thoughts. He's built really well.
Yes.
They did him justice.
But is he built different?
No. We have only
I
2
wouldn't
units
say-
on this that are built different.
I wouldn't say he's built different. I want to put him in S. Personally.
Okay. Whenever, like I said, I did testing around and made it. I had him at a high A or low S, just because his biggest downside is he has to build up defense, and I don't like on getting hits. So with him getting hit and then and building up defense, there is a lack. It's like the Super Vegito conundrum. If you do not have anything built up, you can get hit for the first attack for so much damage. And you'd want to take him, and it's like the Super Battle Road, just as an example, where they hit hard. He's not going to perform well there in that first 3 hits because he has no defense to stack naturally until he gets hit and has 90% defense on top of what he has. And this is before he supers, where he gets a 50% raise. And then, so I would have to put him as an A just because of how he has to stack it up, and he doesn't have any sort of defense built in to stack from.
Yeah, that's why I said I want to put him at S, but I don't know if we should put him at S.
Often, this is another one of those ones that can go both ways, but it's seemingly like A is kind of, at least Will and I, and since Dale is, it's majority rule, A is unfortunate.
For now.
A is kind of where Rose should go, is my thoughts. All right, Dale!
What?
Just to be clear, we are onto STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, correct?
Mine has Vegeta first, but I can swap that really quick. But yes. Dale can finally do one.
See. Yes, I can finally do one.
Almost about an hour and a half in. Or more. I don't know.
Let's see. So, Super Saiyajin 4 Vegeta. Which one are we doing?
I'm good for either one.
All right, I'll do Vegeta because I haven't pulled up.
Okay. Hold on.
So, Vegeta, he is Super Agility type, Ki +3, HP, and Attack +120. And he's also Extreme type, Ki +1, Attack, HP, and Defense +50.
I honestly love this. Like, whenever they made these 120s, it's like, oh, you can't just run Super only. Here's a slight little pinch of Extreme in there if you want to be spicy and have some fun.
Spicy.
I love that. As I thought about it, it's just funny.
Let's see. His attack, Final Shine, causes immense damage and greatly lowers. So, that's pretty good. His passive, attack and defense +120. Medium chance of evading enemy super attack and countering with tremendous power.
That's a 30% out there, people. So technically every other third super he should counter. Technically. A little less than every other third, but still. So, and as I believe, Dale, you've used him once or twice, right?
I have used him more than once or twice.
So you can finally add some input. Dale!
What do I think? I think he is, for one of the first 120s, a beautifully made character.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he could go for an easy A because he has really been power crept.
Yeah.
But that being said, I could still easily put him in an A or a B and not cry about it.
Okay. Will?
I personally would put him B.
Okay. Now I'll talk about one thing about the 120s is some of them aged well, like Cooler aged really well when it comes down to it. Vegeta is another one that he didn't age quite as well as Cooler. Granted, he has better stats, but he just didn't age quite as well, at least from the performance I have seen from him. Someone out there could could have different numbers or something to say like this one does better than others, but my performance of him isn't the best. He's more defensive than other ones, and so once he gets an EZA, he's going to be very defensive and a very offensive too. I'm really hoping they give him some kind of support role in him, like either Vegeta family category support or a Shadow Dragon or Grade 8 power. That's my hope. I don't think that's what they're going to do, but I would actually... B is probably the best ranking for him. Just because, one, power creep, which Dale pointed out, which is a problem where a lot of these units are. That's why someone's going to gripe that we have... I don't know who we'd have. Let's say if we put Strength Namek Saga Goku in F rank, it's all because of power creep. That's not where he's going, but it's just that situation. So, but B for Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is good for him because he's not bad, but he's not terrible. I mean, he's not great, but he's not terrible. And then we're on to the next. And oh no, my Monsuno. Super Saiyan 4 Goku. There you are. Right, we ready for Goku?
Yep.
All right, he is the strength. He's a strength super 120 lead. He's what they call the Neo God. So strength key +3, all stats plus 120 for super type. Extreme key, strength type key +1, and all stats +50. Another thing I still laugh at. His super times Ken Kamehameha causes immense damage and raises defense by 30% for 6 turns. He gives himself attack plus 150% with a 30% chance to counter enemy super attack. That right there is he already has lack of defense, which he's known for, lack of defense. All three of us can say lack of defense. We all have used him, so that's not... I will defend him. The only time I defend him defensively is after he has supered attack and got 6 supers under his belt. Then he's defensively capable. As opposed to that, no. Offensively, yes, he still can hit good numbers, especially on the right teams, and with him getting an EZA probably in 2 months, my guess, or whatever the next celebration is over on JP, it's my guess after year 6. Maybe not after year 6, because they released like 5 EZAs, but let's say if they did, he'd probably get 180% to attack, and let's take even 100% defense. He'd be good, especially with his raising. But as of right now, I would put him in a C rank, because he's a spear that has no kind of hand protection. But that is just me. I don't know about you guys.
I'm good with C.
Down you go. Down you go to C. Hey, Will, do you have this one easy 8, or am I going to have to start being the one to tap in a little more?
Is this in Super Saiyan Trunks future?
Yes.
Yeah,
I haven't pulled up on Dokkan Wiki.
Oh, that's right, you have Dokkan Wiki!
Yes. Okay, so his leader skill is super class, key +3, all stats plus 100%. His super attack causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. Raises super class allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. His passive changes strength key spheres to int key spheres. Attack and defense plus 20% per key sphere obtained. Randomly changes key spheres of certain type, int and strength excluded, to rainbow key spheres, when there's a Realm of Gods category enemy, attacks effective against all types with 7 or more key spheres obtained.
Man, don't you like reading books when it comes down to Dokkan?
Holy crap. It's such a long passive.
Oh, we got longer passives coming up!
Yep.
Alright, so... Will, have you ever used this unit or no?
Rarely.
Okay, so based on what you've thought...
I've never used him EZA, though.
Based on his passive and reading, what do you think?
He's very situational. So tier wise,
What about Dale? Before we go, Dale, what do you think? I'm sure, I don't know if you retained it or not, but what do you think of the trunks in his kit? Oh no! Dale's Wi-Fi is down! Oh no! That's you and me, Will.
Well then, it is, I think...
No wonder he went quiet.
C.
Should we wait for him and just call break right now?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to cut off this first half here. So we're going to go get some food because this is going on over 2 hours now. But what we're right now with the units we have Janemba 17 and Vegito Blue as S rank. Full Power Frieza, Super Gogeta. I'm saying this for Spotify people. Strength Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, Golden Frieza, Omega Shenron, Strength Version, AGL Rose, and Physical Cooler, an A. Kid Buu, Tech Beerus, AGL Super Vegito, after a lot of harking, Physical Broly, Physical Goku Black, Int Buhan, and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta as B, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Tech Cell, AGL Kaioken Blue, Strength Cell, and Super Saiyan 4 Goku as C, and Strength Broly and Ultimate Gohan as D. So we're going to pick this up. Then, like I said, if it got too long, I'm going to split this up. So unfortunately, you guys are going to have to wait another 2 weeks. No, I'm not. I'm going to give you guys a week before, and we're going to catch back up with everything that's going on. So see you all next week. Will, say bye.
See you later, guys.